It's time to dish with D. That's me. I am in another collab. Hooray for me. This collab is hosted by Heather from Heather Rose Up. Thanks, Heather, for thinking of this and including me in it. Heather's link and all the rest of the people participating are listed in the description box below. I highly recommend that you check them out. And if you are from my channel, let them know that you're from Dish with D. And if you're new, welcome. I am D. I dish about WW and everything WW related. I do vlogs, I do cooking, now I do what I eat a day. I do unboxings, I do all fun stuff. This is a fun zone here. I like to call this the fun zone. So welcome to the fun zone. My fun stroll is in the way. Yeah, I am a lot of fun, can you tell? This collab is called My Family Top 5 Favorite Meals. So, let me explain my family dynamic. I am married, I have a husband, I have 3 boys. 20, 21, and 27, and a dog, Bailey. Yes, 4 men and me. So needless to say, my meals include bulk. Yes, I have to cook in bulk. So a lot of my meals are pastas and rices, especially during this pandemic, having to fill them up. It's not easy being me. But I do like family favorites. Like I try to instill classics that I grew up with in WW form. Like we have pasta once a week at least. My sauce has always been 0 points unless there's meat in it. I don't put anything that would add points. Like I don't use a whole lot of paste in my sauce. It's mostly crushed tomatoes. I put stock in there. So my pasta, I just have to measure my pasta. And if it's a marinara, I don't have to count that. Now if I have a meat sauce and there's a meatball and there's sausage in there, you know, you have to point each piece. So I will leave a link in the card for my Sunday sauce that I made here on the channel, and you could check that out. I use regular pasta. It's 6 points a cup. I take my 6 points gladly because I am Italian and I enjoy my regular spaghetti. I am a purist when it comes to pasta. I kind of call myself a pasta snob. Don't know why, but I just, you know, to me it's worth the 6 points. I say this a lot of times. Sometimes it's not our food, it's the amount of food that we eat. So especially during this pandemic when we can't get the things that we're used to, we can't get the low grade of beef, and you have to might take the higher fat turkey or chicken because that's all that's available. Don't sweat it. You just have a sensible portion. My problem with my problem in my life has been huge portions. I was a volume eater. I'm still technically a volume eater. I just have to like load up with more veggies. But I try to stay with the same food. My food is different really. I just eat less. That's just, you know, if you look on like when you're searching anything, it always gives you portion size. I never realized that, but yeah, portion size is important. Even 0 point foods, portion size is important. Look at your non-fat Greek yogurt. Look at your fat-free cheese. You know, look at things that are 0 points and look at the serving size, and that's what you really should be having at that particular meal. I like making biscuit bakes. My family, that stretches it out. I do double the biscuits on their side of the pan versus my corner. It usually gets 6 servings of a biscuit bake. So one of the corners, I don't have as many biscuits. So theirs, it bulks it up for them because they're men. They need more than I'm gonna need. So I know that my corner has less biscuits and less cheese. So that's another way that I kind of still keep with the traditional recipe, but make it WW friendly in my corner. So I know you can tell which corner is yours. It's the one that's dented in. So I will also link my chicken Parmesan biscuit bake that they really, really love up in the cards. It was the cards. They're on one side. I'm never sure what side they're on, but there's a little I at the top. It'll say I. That is a card. That'll take you to a link to a recipe that I am talking about. We're big on desserts here. So I make several different desserts, and I've learned to make mug desserts. I make an awesome cannoli bread pudding and a regular bread pudding in a mug. It's like 2 to 3 points depending on what ingredients you put in. Now, my boys love that. And I like making things individual because it's just, if I make a pan of something, it's never good. Yeah. So I like making things in a mug and they enjoy it. And yeah, it might take me a few minutes to do 5 individual mugs, but it gets done and we all enjoy it and it's kind of fresh. So I will list my favorite mug recipes as well up in the cards there or there, and I highly recommend you check them out. I also make like snack bars, oatmeal pumpkin oatmeal snack bars. They're 1 point each. My boys love them, and they're pumpkin, and they're protein, and they're good for them. And you'd be surprised. People don't know that they're light when you eat something like that. And the boys, I never tell them it's light. I just say, oh, I made regular thing, and they never know the difference. I sub out almond milk for a lot of their things. They never know the difference. And that's a big key. Sometimes if you tell your kids or your husband that, oh yeah, they'll be, oh, I don't like that. If they don't know it's there, and they'll still eat it. So I've done that in mashed potatoes. I put almond milk. They don't know. You know, I always say what they don't know won't hurt them. And when I do things like we do a lot of rice dishes, it's something I can measure. I can measure rice, so I know how much I'm having. And then usually what's on the side is usually a protein and a veg, so that I never have to worry about. But you know, starches and potatoes, like I'm on the blue plan, so I have to count that. So that is easiest for me to do it that way. Let's see what else I think that's it. Let me see. I'm all prepared, aren't I? I think I ran out of stuff. But yeah, I try to use the recipes I've always made. Again, I just instead of frying it, I bake it or I air fry it. So you cut back on calories if you're not putting it in the oil. And you'd be surprised, you don't sacrifice taste. My family loves when I air fry egg rolls. They're like, we like these. And you know, you'd be surprised, now granted my kids are bigger, so I mean, when they were little, I used to have to sneak vegetables in because they didn't like vegetables. So I would sneak zucchini in brownies and stuff like that. And I would grate vegetables in the pasta sauce. Like I would grate carrot in there, and you know, zucchini in the pasta sauce, so they didn't know. If they didn't see it, they didn't know it was there. Again, sometimes we gotta not tell people everything. Trust me when I tell you, I've snuck in many things to many people. They love the mashed cauliflower. Like depending on how you're eating it, like my most pickiest eater loves cauliflower gnocchi. Again, it's just a way it's prepared. I mean, they don't mind the cauliflower rice. I kind of mix it in with regular rice sometimes, or sometimes I just have cauliflower rice. They like that. I mean, I always say try to have things taste like they're supposed to taste. Like don't make turkey try to taste like beef, because that is a recipe for disaster. Turkey is turkey. If you want to have a turkey burger, season it with poultry seasoning and throw some like cranberry sauce on top as a condiment. And you can make a 0-point cranberry sauce. I can link that in the cards as well. I made that at Thanksgiving. They loved it. Again, you just have to tweak things in a way that really you can't really tell it's different. I mean, I don't, go crazy over it because this is a lifestyle, and I've just popped off. I think I was saying I just try to keep traditional and just eat less. That's been my big thing, has been portions. So that is what I always try, especially at Thanksgiving and Christmas when you have traditional recipes. I have a Italian favorites I'm recreating. I will list the playlist. I think I've done 3 or 4 already on there from Christmas and stuff. That's like Italian family favorites that my mother made, and I didn't tweak them that much because you want to keep them pretty traditional, but still, like I said, if you're gonna mess with flavor, then people don't mess with flavor. No. So I always say just keep traditions and keep family favorites as easy as you can. And it's hard when you have little ones, but like I always say, sneak veggies in for them and let them never see you cook, because when they see you cook, they're watching you to put a carrot or a piece of broccoli in there. It's like they got those evil eyes. Yeah, so just sneak it in when they're not watching. They won't never know it's there most times. Like I said, and I sub out a lot of the weird stuff. I put yogurt in things. They have no idea. No idea. And they say, oh, this is good, Mom. This is that. Yeah, they don't know. They don't. I mean, they might say they do, but they don't. They don't, unless you tell them. It's like mine never matter. If you know something's there, then you definitely know. But yeah, biscuit bakes, pastas, rice, things I can measure. I'm huge on being able to measure my pasta, measure my rice. So then I know how much I can have of the rest. And then usually, like I said, stir fries or any kind of things that you bake are usually pretty WW friendly. Believe it or not, a lot of things are WW friendly. Don't get hooked on that. Oh, it's not, it doesn't have to come out of a WW cookbook to be WW friendly. Use fresh herbs, use fresh, or even dried herbs, use flavoring. Get a lot of flavor out of stuff. Don't be having steamed broccoli and boiled chicken, or steamed, bread. You can put some breading on your chicken. Put it in the air fryer. Put it in your oven if you don't have an air fryer, and it'll crisp up. It'll taste. I do eggplant, bread it. It's minimal, points for the breading, and it's delicious. It's crunchy, and you never feel like you're on a weight loss journey, and you are. And like, if you check out my Instagram, you'll see what my food looks like, and it looks fantastic. And I have not sacrificed flavor or taste for points and calories. My food is really, like I said, I wouldn't have been able to do it otherwise, because this girl likes her food. Oh my God. Well, that's it for me today. I'm having a lot of issues with my phone. Apparently it keeps shutting off. So I want to thank Heather again from Heather Rose Up for including me in this collab. And again, check her out and all the other participants listed in the description box below. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you enjoyed my video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Have a great day. And remember, you're only one meal away from being back on track. Make good food and don't tell them what's in it. They should be on an as needed to know basis. Trust me on that.